I think I got some butter beans in here.
Me too. Cool. I need to get mine out.
Listen, we got Rob van Vuuren in the studio today. You saw him a little bit with Liesl. Funny man, twacky. I mean, his essay's got talent. You won Strictly Come Dancing at some stage as well.
I did many years ago.
That's insane.
Amazing
With those
guy.
legs, that's phenomenal. Rob.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show officially.
Thank you.
Somebody just said on our Facebook page you got a far out shirt. It's far out.
I think they were talking about space.
Alien out,
far away.
and all of that. Yeah.
Rob, you make a lot of people laugh. And I'd love to know how you do that, because people think different things are funny. It's more than just telling a joke, but you really get audiences rolling in the aisles. How do you do that?
Gee, I don't know. It's a difficult question. I think the best advice I've ever got for comedy was from Kurt Skrinrot, actually, and that was just be honest. I think if a comedian comes from, each comedian that you see comes from a very particular point of view and a perspective, and I think if they're being honest about what they feel is funny, that's going to resonate with people. Okay. So a lot of my comedy is about my own personal observations and mostly about the embarrassing stuff that happens.
That most people are too shy to talk about. But
exactly.
I mean,
that wasn't very funny, though. I mean,
no, not really. I haven't been laughing much.
Funny. I was trying to be intelligent.
I'm waiting for that punchline to come across. But I mean, not only are you funny yourself, but I mean, how difficult is it as a challenge to tell other people how to be funny? You directed Kurt's show and Shimmy's show as well.
That's right.
Yeah, I think the key is not to tell people how to be funny. You get you know, comics like Kurt and Shimmy, you don't need to tell them how to be funny. They know already. They've got an innate sense of comedy, and what's important for me is to not mess with the chemistry that they have, and they know their comedy better than anyone else. Yeah. I guess I just try to help them communicate their narrative, however obscure it may be, in the form of stand-up, the best way possible through to the audience, get a nice through line going, and keep it interesting, be aware of rhythms and things like that.
Have you ever had to tell Kurt, for example, Kurt, that's not funny?
You can just tell by my expression if I'm looking at him like this.
Yeah. Okay,
wow.
Then he knows.
Like that, because that's frightening.
Are you a pretty serious guy behind the you know the camera?
He's not serious.
Yeah. Okay, well he's not.
Yeah, you're right.
But I mean,
he's kind of crazy, which can be serious at times, depending on how close he is to Arne Carstens.
But you yourself personally, would you say behind the scenes you are kind of just one of those?
A little bit of this and that. You know, I have my serious days and serious things. But I'm also a little frivolous and also a little crazy, I guess. So.
He sounds bipolar.
Yeah. Call that doctor. Call that doctor.
Listen, tell me, you just adopted a baby?
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm a dad.
Fantastic. Tell me about that, Dad.
Geez, where do I begin? It's been the most incredible journey I've ever been on. I think any dad will tell you that there's nothing quite like it in the world, and there's no way to describe it or to even prepare yourself for something like that. When it happens, it's just it's a whole new thing. I'm so deeply in love with this little girl. Her name's Bijou, and she's...
it's a beautiful name.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
It means jewel. It's French. It's quite a long, complicated story, but that's the name we came up with. I was a bit nervous she'd be teased at school, but with me as her dad, she was going to get teased anyway, so I figured, hey, let's go for gold. Yeah.
Rob, you sound smitten. That's wonderful. That really is great.
Yes,
congratulations.
He's amazing.
Thank you.
Awesome.
But tell us about the one-man show you're working on, because I mean, you're directing a couple of shows, but you're also busy with
it will be my second one-man stand-up comedy show. It's kind of in kind of workshop at the moment. I'm going to be working through February Sundays at the Kalk Bay Theatre, kind of workshopping the material that I've been working with over the last 6 months in the comedy clubs to try and get it a nice kind of whole full-length show. So come and join me on Sundays, and I'm going to experiment in front of an audience and with an audience to really get the product nice and sharp, and then I'll be touring the country with it later in the year.
So Rob, we got to wrap up with this, but let's imagine 5 years from now, Bijou's in grade 1. And she's got to tell her class what her dad does. What does her dad do?
She'd probably go... The teacher will go, what do you mean? Well, that's what he does, mostly, around the house and on stage.
And brings a lot of joy to South African households. Yeah. Rob, thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate it. Good to have you in the studio.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me, guys.
Fantastic.
Cool stuff. Here we go. We're going to announce those winners now. We're going to go to Liesl now first. Oh, let's talk to Liesl. She's in front of our Facebook little screen.
Right. All the comments that you've made, good and bad, Liesl's going to read out. So
here we go.